In this month's Halifax Motorsports supported how-to video, we're going to discuss how to remove the standard brake lines from your motorcycle and replace them with a nice set of stainless braided lines. This is one of the best things you can do for your brakes at a fairly inexpensive cost, and maintenance-wise is quite simple. So if you've got any doubt, don't hesitate to do it. Sit back, enjoy the how-to video, and hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight. Step 1 is to remove the lower banjo bolt from your brake line. Leaving the top one connected still is going to ensure that vacuum holds the brake fluid in the line while you remove it. If you do the top one first, as soon as you crack the torque on the bottom one, you're going to have brake fluid all over your caliper, your brake pads, your brake discs, your rim and tire. So to avoid that, make sure you remove the lower one first and then position the brake line into a bucket. This particular set of brake lines has an adapter that needs to thread into the caliper to accept the B-nut that's on the end of the stainless line. So you'll need to install your copper crush washer and then the fitting into the brake caliper. With the lower end of the brake line positioned into a bucket, you can crack the torque on the top B-nut and let it drain out. The banjo fitting, I should say. So then remove that banjo bolt and discard the old brake line. Now you can go ahead and install the new banjo fitting with the new brake line. The bolt's going to take a copper crush washer over the top, followed by the brake line and then another copper crush washer on the bottom before you thread it into the master cylinder. Now grab your ratchet and tighten the banjo bolt up while holding the brake line in the orientation that you need for it to line up with all of the clips and the fittings that it needs to follow to be routed the right way to make your brake caliper. Now you can go ahead and install the B-nut onto the brake caliper and then go ahead and tighten it with a wrench. With the brake line installed, now it's time to bleed the brakes. You can remove the cap from your brake fluid reservoir along with the diaphragm. And this is going to give us access to continually pour in brake fluid as we pump it down into the new dry brake line. You want to make sure that as you're bleeding the brakes and pushing fluid down the brake line, you continually top up the reservoir so we don't introduce even more air into the system. The bleeder is located at the bottom of the brake caliper, the bottom of the brake system, the top of the brake caliper I should say. So you need to connect a hose onto that and then route it into a bucket. And as you're putting pressure on the brake lever, you need to crack that bleeder loose and then tighten it back up before you release pressure on the lever. So it's going to be a pull of the lever. While the lever is pulled to the bar, release the bleeder. You'll see some brake fluid and a significant amount of air bubbles come through there. Then before you release the brake lever, tighten the bleeder back up. You'll need to continually do this until you get nothing but clear brake fluid through the line without any bubbles whatsoever. That's going to ensure your brake lever is nice and crisp without any sponginess because of air left in the line. The rear brake setup is very similar to the front. The only difference being that I had to remove the rear brake reservoir on this R3 to gain access to the factory banjo bolt. So we'll pull the banjo bolt out and put that end of the line into a bucket to avoid any mess before we move on to the caliper end. Because we left the caliper end on, there's vacuum holding that brake fluid in the line, so we can just shove that off to the side for now and then install the stainless braided line on this end. So before we put it on the master cylinder, you want to make sure you've got your copper crush washer over the stainless banjo bolt. Then install your brake line. followed by another copper crush washer before you thread that into the master cylinder. Now you can go ahead and torque that down with your ratchet and move on to the caliper end. Once again, remove the factory banjo bolt. Make sure you discard the copper crush washer that's underneath. And then install your new washer and fitting to accept the new brake line. Once you've got the brake line installed, you can do the same bleeding procedure that we did for the front, and then you're good to go riding.